I promise after this video, you will not just be drawing your hairline, but also you'll be able to design your hairline. I'll tell you what the difference is and will never ever regret that your clinic has failed by not meeting your expectations. Come on, let's do it. Designing hairline is not just science, but a classic blend of science and art. In fact, you might have seen numerous examples where their hair transplant surgery has been successful, but their looks are still not neat and trim, right? That is the very reason why I'm actually stressing upon this topic. So let's directly jump onto the main segments of this video. So number one, what are the fundamentals, right, that needs to be followed while designing your hairline? What are the crucial aspects which again needs to be considered during your designing? And third, how to design your hairline, right? So number one, the fundamentals. So fundamentals of hairline is just three. One is the frontal line that you see at the front, then the frontal temporal angle that you see between temples and the frontal line, and the last one is temples, right, which is really crucial. I think mine has been made perfect. These are the fundamental terminologies with hair designing, but hairline designing to be precise. Number two, crucial aspects of hairline designing. As I mentioned earlier in this video, it's not just about drawing the hairline but designing your hairline. You will understand what exactly it is after finishing this segment. Number one is density. When you are actually filling your hairline, it should always be less dense. Take any natural case where hair transplant has not been done, it will always be less dense compared to the hairs at the back. So it should always be less dense. That's number one. Number two, it's about angle and directions of the slits that you make in the hairline. Again, it's not just about filling the hairs in the hairline, but the angle and directions are going to be really crucial, because if this is not proper, then no matter how dense you have been filled, your hairline or your hairstyle is going to be really looking shabby. It's not going to be neat and trim. So this is very important. Number three is again a critical point which has been missed in most of the clinics, is the thickness of the hair. The hair that you are using in your frontal line or temples should always be nape hairs that is present in the back of the head or maybe in the lower sides of the head, right? So this is going to be the perfect hairs that can be planted in the hairline, because this is what is going to give you a natural hairline. We are into the last segment of the video. After this segment, you should be able to design your own hairline. Once you design, please make sure you drop in those pictures to my Instagram so that I can cross validate. Fine. So before even getting into the designing part, let's see how our face ratios are made. Our face ratios are made into three equal parts. One is like between MFP, which is mid frontal point, to the glabella point, which is mid of two eyebrows. The next point is going to be between glabella and tip of the nose, which is called subnasal, and the third portion is going to be tip of the nose to tip of the chin. See, again, all these portions are going to be in equal ratio. That's how you decide where the mid frontal point needs to be placed. In fact, the another point that needs to be validated is the mid of the center of curvature. Okay, what is that center of curvature? So if you look at your face, it's going to be in 90 degree. The forehead is going to be 90 degree. At the same time, your skull at the top is going to be in 180 degree, right? So there will be a slight curvature between connecting this 90 and 180 degree. So, and this particular MFP is going to be at the center of curvature. So you need to validate both the points so that your mid frontal point is really accurate. Normally it's going to be between 7 to 10 centimeters. 7 centimeters is going to give you a younger look, and 10 centimeter, yes, of course, it's going to be good whenever you have a lesser quantity in your donor area. Your mid frontal point is going to rise. It could be 8 or 10, but still 7 to 10 is going to be an average scale for the mid frontal point. Okay, as soon as your mid frontal point is selected, you may have to draw a asymmetric curved line, okay, that goes back a little back towards your forehead, right? And from here you can draw a, it should be curved, it cannot be straight line. Again, in some of the clinics it is made very straight that it looks so artificial, so it is always going to be a little back. Okay, it's not going to be straight line. So if you look at my hairline, you can always see how it is tilted little back, right? So that's number one. So this frontal line is drawn now. So number two is designing your temples. So how to design your temples? So temples is always between 2.5 to 3 centimeter parallel to your eyebrows. So this is your eyebrows. So you have to measure 2.5 to 3 centimeter and have a point over there, right, and draw a parallel line. Okay, so again it all depends upon your donor quantity. If it is less, then it goes to 3 centimeter. If it is more, you can have it as 2.5 centimeter. So it's going to be one point here, like 2.5 or 3 centimeter, and draw a parallel line to the eyebrows. Now fine, so now you have the frontal line drawn, and now you have the temple angle. So temple is always a triangle, and it's going to be equal angle triangle. It's going to be 60 degree all the sides. So I'll tell you why it is. So once this particular lines are drawn, obviously you have to understand the apex of the triangle. As I mentioned, it's going to be equal angle triangle, and it needs an apex, right? So where to keep that apex? So this apex point is going to be at the center of the point between midfrontal point and glabella. So for example, let's say if my MFP to glabella is 8 centimeter, then it is kept at 4 centimeter, and you draw a straight line. So wherever this line meets with the temple line, right, one side of the triangle, so that is going to be the apex of that particular triangle. Once you have the apex of the triangle decided, right, so it's all about drawing another side of the triangle with 60 degree to the adjacent side. So once you draw 60 degree line to this side, it meets the frontal line, and thus your hairline is finished. Again, I think to reiterate, see again, it's your frontal line is going to be 7 to 10 centimeter from your glabella, and asymmetric curved line is drawn, and you have your temples at 2.5 to 3 centimeter from your eyebrows, parallel to your eyebrows, and you decide your apex of the triangle by deciding the midpoint between MFP and glabella. So once you have the midpoint of the triangle, apex of the triangle, you draw another side of the triangle with 60 degree, almost like you don't have to really take a protector to measure it, but obviously you can have the 60 degree drawn to the other side so that it meets the frontal hairline. So it's all about the hairline. So I think I have made my point very clear, and I have stick to my promise, wherein I have enabled you to draw your own hairline, not just drawing your hairline, but designing your hairline, right? So please start designing on a hairline, and start sending me the pictures so that I can cross validate. So this is it for the video. Until then, signing off, yours Ameer. Tata, take care, bye bye.
If you're not still following my Insta handle, please do follow so that you can get my personal opinion and suggestions. Tata, take care, bye bye.